Akamochao.
Venez à l'Alliance française.
Abukoto Street.
Venez
Claude
avant le
Zélandais.
français.
Venez, venez, venez.
Venez à l'Alliance française.
Si tu veux parler français,
Venez
viens à
avant
l'Alliance.
les Français.
Si tu veux parler,
Venez à l'Alliance française.
si tu veux entrer dans la famille, viens,
Avant
viens,
les
viens.
Français.
Viens, 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 viens.
Venez à l'Alliance française.
People at the moment are struggling to understand the older generation because times have changed. Technology has come in.
They have moved on.
Yes.
We're the ones sitting back and wondering, what is my child on to? TikTok has surpassed WhatsApp. The other one I call, I never call it Facebook, it's Bookface. Why are you on Bookface? Dad, it's Facebook.
Yes.
Me, I keep saying, I have a foot amongst the millennials.
Yeah.
And I understand the traditionalists.
Okay.
There's a song in the 60s, by the way, and in the 90s, 70s, where they're like, parents don't understand.
Yes.
Remember Prince?
Yes.
Prince.
You see, I think there's been a lot of growth and transformation. I appreciate the work national IT authority is doing, and also, of course, they come up with policies that people are supposed to comply with. You know, when it comes to IT, with cybersecurity, like I said, we have a layer of compliance and governance, whereby government will come up with policies and say, okay, we need you, each and every person should have at least a basic thing, which is antivirus on their devices. Because at the national level, they have what we call cyber threat intelligence, whereby I think UCC has a solution. Because I remember I was involved in that tender for procurement of a cyber threat intelligence solution, whereby we could be able to identify this is a new attack, it's coming from Russia, it's attacking our bank here, then they could be able to block that traffic at a national level. Well, the government is doing something. But then also, as individuals, like I said, we need to also be vigilant. Because the government will not be able to understand which new VPN client has come up, or which new VPN solution has come up, probably because they will not know. But for you, go ahead and download it and install it on your device. And then you try transacting. You actually go to, then you say, oh, I was stolen money from my account. Oh, my information was stolen. Oh, I see nudes on social media. People steal nudes from people's devices, and actually they ask for a pay. Someone says, if you don't give me $100,000, I'm going to publish your nonsense on the cyberspace. You know, so people need to be vigilant. But of course, the government is also doing something.
That's when I started learning that, this is how coffee is. But why is it that we produce coffee here and just sell it when we don't take it here, we don't consume it here? So one time, when I had just started my training here, I went back to Uganda. And then I went to a hotel, a very established hotel. I will not mention its name. Then I wanted to see if I have people that know about coffee in hotels, because I knew probably big hotels serve coffee. So to my dismay is that I introduced myself as a barista, and everybody was like, what's a barista? So I said, a barista is a specialist that makes coffee, a person who makes coffee for people to, coffee like, cappuccino, different kinds of, coffees, and people were like very green. I said, this is a big hotel. I expected to find here a coffee machine, and nobody knows about it. So it's, I think, incumbent of us to really transform this entire community, the entire country, to coffee, to learn about coffee, and also to give them the advantages of coffee, teach them about coffee, and then later on they maybe consume it, rather than just selling it.
I come from the Pearl of Africa. It's a beautiful country with beautiful nature. To me, it really inspires me and motivates me. And actually, in one of my tags on my clothing, especially on my jeans, you see those lines that appear on the back pockets of the jeans. When I was doing my internship in Paris, I happened to go to a fashion museum where I read a few books, about fashion designers and their names and about their creations and things like that. There are signs on jeans like the Wrangler, the Lee jeans. All those jeans have signs on the pockets. And Before I went to Paris, I was doing that already because I was drawing my inspiration. I used to love geography.
Yes.
And the Ugandan, East African geography was really very interesting to me.
Yeah.
You know, knowing that I come from the Great Lakes, East African Rift Valley,
Yes.
that's why you see those lines on my jeans.
Wow.
I brought two theories because they are just theories
Yes.
about the creation of the Great East African Rift Valley.
Yes.
So I put those. So it's the nature and the music that really inspires me and motivates me.
Wow.
It's a CEO bench, so usually people want to assume that all CEOs are overlearned and stuff like that. So I will change the script this time round. I consider myself a certified hustler.
If I'm looking to know who you are you Ugandan? If yes, what are the values that define you as Ugandan?
That's the easiest question, I think, to answer. I am a typical Lao man from a Rute North, in a place called Ogur, and where I will be laid to rest is in a village called Agweng. So if you go there and you just say Otoa Tony, they won't really know me because my father is also Otoa Tony. You have to ask for Junior, and when you're asking, you have to ask with an accent. Junior Tikwene, where is Junior? And they will identify me. But I'm typically Ugandan, only Ugandan, from Lira. I pride myself from being from Lira. Earlier on, I was joking and saying I'm the coolest Lago south of Karuma. When you cross Karuma, there are so many. But when you're down the south after Karuma, I think I'm number one.
Wow. Well, now that you know Tony Otoa is Ugandan, and of course, what are the values that define you as a Ugandan?
I think it's the love for country, love for nation. You know, truth be told, the country is in a lot of, it's a crisis. Leadership crisis, economic crisis, social crisis. There's so many mismatching areas. But at the end of the day, it's home. You know, you cannot run and abandon your home because of the issues in your home. I think that then creates an opportunity for you to do something to change what's happening and what you see as a crisis. So in terms of what I see as a value, or what I take out of that for me, I think it's just the love for country, the need to serve country the best way I can. And I mean, I can't say I can change everything, but the little I can do to create a difference, I think is more meaningful.
Wow. Mr. Tony Otoa, growing up, what did you want to be in life? And what was the journey like for Mr. Otoa?
Yeah, you know, my father is crazy. My father would call us and he would show me the compass. The idea was supposed to be a pilot. You know, the planes would fly over our house and my father would be like, yeah, you're going to be a pilot. But of course, as you grow, you realize that you have so many things that really define you. I was never a sportsman. So I enjoyed a lot of debate and, you know, a lot of indoor activities. And that is, I think, what really drove me into some of the things that I do up to today. Public speaking, the love for debates and really a lot of intellectual discourse and all this stuff. But besides that, I think it's also the fact that I won't lie. I didn't know what I wanted to be.
So that committee is doing a good job. Of course, we have challenges. Our biggest challenge is finances. We need to go out there, look for money, come and run the league. Currently, we are self-sponsored. The teams just contribute money.
How much money does each team contribute in terms of, let's say, registration fees?
Yeah. Every year come up with a budget. Every season we come up with a budget. We sit the managers down, this is our budget, we approve it. So they approve the team, we say how much money each team can pay. Division 1, they're paying 1.2 million. Then Division 2 are paying...
NBL games.
Though of course NBL is our elite league, but and there's also some data cream that side. But when it comes to competition, you gotta know that number 8 at the end of the season will make it to the finals.
But then you get surprised and you find
absolutely. The season Falcons got relegated in I think 2017, and they came down. They were number 7, but later on managed to be a finalist. So that's how competitive it is, and that's what brings the vibe in the lower league. The fan base is very, very big, but as I've told you, the challenge is just finances. The moment you have money, some people come and support the league. I mean, we should have those things happening. 2 home and away games, you know, accolades be given away. And then you create a more vibe in the players.
Like I said, I'm still learning. I don't think I'm ready to be a CEO yet.
Yes.
Well, so for me, I could say bring the perspective of someone who has gone through the challenges.
Yeah.
And like I said, I've been on the side of someone that needs to get their documents. And I've also been on the verification end. So I really understand the pain points from a personal perspective. And I think for me, that's what drives me. Because I know that challenge. I've been there. And that basically drives me to push. Drives me to better explain, you know, what the product does. Because sometimes, you know, even when you get into spaces, people just think, oh, you have just got this product, you don't understand what it does, you don't really understand the challenges. But as someone who understands the challenges, I'm able to better explain what the product brings on the table from a personal perspective. So I think that's been a success. And the fact that we have managed to get partners here is a huge success. It's a huge success. You know, when something is new, it's very difficult for people to hop onto it. You know. And if people get onto it, sometimes it's usually for the wrong reasons. But when you actually find